These characters might be animated, but our tears were real. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest cartoon deaths on TV.
Just tell them, okay?
Kid!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at devastating cartoon losses that broke our collective hearts. While some of these characters were resurrected, the focus is specifically on the death scenes. It should go without saying that spoilers will be unavoidable. Number 10. Sara Lynn, Bojack Horseman.
Isn't this place amazing?
Totally.
Starring a washed-up former sitcom star who happens to be an anthropomorphic horse, Netflix's cartoon alternates between hilarious satire and heartbreaking gut punches. A child star turned pop diva, Sara Lynn has struggled with celebrityhood and substance abuse, but managed to finally sober up, until Bojack asks her to party. Winding up at the planetarium with Bojack, Sara Lynn returns to her childhood dream of being an architect.
I want to be an architect.
As they watch the stars and the narrator speaks about life's brevity, Bojack tells her it's gonna be all right, and is met with silence, since Sara Lynn has quietly passed away from a drug overdose.
Right, Sara Lynn? Sara Lynn?
Number 9. Rebecca the Elephant, The Wild Thornberries.
Rebecca?
Huh? Oh, Eliza.
Decades prior to the present day, Eliza's father saved Rebecca the Elephant from a group of poachers, motivating the 10-year-old girl to track her down years later for a heart-to-heart.
Rebecca?
I'm not sick, child. I'm just old.
Over the years, Rebecca has matured into an admirable leader and bred many calves who grew into fine elephants themselves. But the animal's journey has reached its end. Despite Eliza's pleas to stand back up, the majestic beast lays down for the last time, with just enough strength left to offer words of comfort and remember times gone by.
Thank you for reuniting me with my old friend.
Rebecca?
Number 8. Ace, Justice League Unlimited.
They got their weapon. I got cheated out of my childhood.
A powerful psychic, Ace had a childhood defined by tragedy and isolation. Trained as a weapon by the government, and then recruited by the Joker, Ace became alienated and bitter, and her powers unstable and ever more dangerous. Now able to alter reality, she faced imminent death in the episode epilogue due to a brain aneurysm. Her death scene marks arguably Batman's most human moment in DC's animated universe.
He sat with her until her time came.
Rather than putting her down as he's promised, the Dark Knight agrees to sit with the frightened child until the metahuman's flame burns out. Hey, at least she wasn't turned into a stone statue like troubled teen Tara Markov. Number 7. Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty.
Now, Morty, what do you say, buddy? Will you hand me a screwdriver so I can finish my ionic defibrillator?
Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland's crazy sci-fi animated sitcom refuses to do anything by the book, and this mantra extends to life's greatest mystery. Forced to relocate to an alternate reality after unwittingly releasing a virus that leaves the world's population disfigured and obsessed with Morty, the central duo trades places with their recently deceased counterparts of a different universe.
Here's a screwdriver. All right, Morty, thank you very much. We got 1 screw turn and 2 screw turns.
Arriving mere seconds after the pair's gruesome deaths, Rick and a visibly shaken Morty bury the corpses before slipping into this universe undetected. Alongside the unabashedly grim visuals, this scene perfectly encapsulates the cartoon's nihilistic themes. Number 6. Pops, Regular Show.
Pops! Show yourself, coward!
Blending the mundane with the epic, Regular Show launched its cast through an unbelievable amount of character development over the cartoon's 8-year run. With the fate of the universe on the line, the finale pivots around a showdown between Pops and the kind-hearted character's evil twin brother, culminating in a glorious mecha fight and a bittersweet resolution.
You and I together, brother.
Recognizing certain disputes cannot be solved with a knock to the face, Pops uses the power of hugs to reconnect with Auntie Pops, and the siblings sail off into the sun. Pops claims this is a happy ending, but our tears were not tears of joy. Number 5. Ashi, Samurai Jack.
Ashi!
Kicking off with the Master of Darkness molding Earth into a hellscape, Samurai Jack is a relentlessly gloomy cartoon. The original series has more than its fair share of heartbreaking moments, but still, nothing could prepare anyone for Adult Swim's one-season revival. As the daughter of Aku, Ashi was born specifically to turn Jack into mincemeat, but the two fall in love and bring about the villain's downfall. But since they've traveled back in time to before Ashi was born, Aku's death wipes Ashi from existence, just as the couple is about to wed.
Without Aku, I would have never existed.
No.
Number 4. Kenny, South Park.
This can't happen! Kenny can't die! Kenny can't die!
Dying in nearly every episode of the first few seasons, this particular boy is intimately familiar with the Grim Reaper. After turning his demise into a running gag, South Park took a different approach with the season 5 episode Kenny Dies. Portraying the character's permanent, or at least semi-permanent death, the episode had the terminally ill Kenny passing away in a hospital room. Rather than treating the moment as a punchline, Kyle, and to some extent Cartman, mourn their friend's untimely departure. Eventually, South Park would bring Kenny back, but the kid stopped dying quite as frequently.
No. He just stopped breathing, and it was over.
Number 3. Brian, Family Guy.
Brian, look out!
Family Guy relies heavily on shock humor, but there was nothing funny about Life of Brian. The victim of a hit and run, the Griffin family dog suffers horrible life-threatening injuries. Pulling absolutely no punches, Family Guy depicts the fatal collision in vivid detail. The vet can't save him, and surprisingly enough, there's nothing tongue-in-cheek about the painful farewell scene, with Brian telling the family he loves them as they break down into tears.
You've given me a wonderful life. I love you all.
At the funeral, we get a few quick jokes, but also a moment of rare sincerity from the grieving Peter.
He was like a brother to me, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life missing him.
Number 2. Maude Flanders, The Simpsons.
Ooh, a bobby pin!
Some characters bow out gracefully. Maude Flanders was not one of them. While attending the opening of a new racetrack, Maude falls off the bleachers after being hit with a wayward shirt. To add insult to injury, assistance fails to arrive in time due to Homer parking in the ambulance zone. Admittedly, death by shirt is not the most dignified way to go out, but nevertheless, Maude's crushing demise destroys Ned and the boys. Minor characters had and continue to be axed off by The Simpsons, but Maude marked the first time a regular member was permanently cut.
Maude was always there, and we thought she always would be.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
No, please!
Number 1. Seymour the Dog, Futurama.
I'm gonna get my puppy back! In your face, Grim Reaper!
Consider yourself a dog lover? Then we recommend having a box of tissues handy for this next one. Prior to falling into a cryogenic tube and sleeping through the next millennium, Fry found and adopted a stray mutt named Seymour Asses.
I'll never forget him, but he forgot me a long, long time ago.
Bonding over a mutual love for pizza, the dog grew quite fond of Fry and would obey any command without exception. Learning that Seymour lived to the ripe old age of 15, Fry assumes the dog must have found a new owner. In reality, the loyal dog spent the next 12 years waiting outside Panucci's Pizza for Fry to return. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.